What's good, folks? It's Nightmare Frame here with a new Warframe video, coming at you with the top 10 Warframes to cheese Steel Path, making those enemies and acolytes feel like chump change. I will showcase the builds, loadouts, and synergies to make these frames work. These loadouts will have helmets to give you the ease of use for the optimal setup. Warframe's about farming, getting gear, obtaining so much power, to the point where you trivialize content that doing anything slow and inefficient can be irritating. For those who are complaining, oh, I don't have this and that, here's a simple solution. Just get it, forehead. Don't complain and do something about it. It's a game. Have fun. But there are copium alternatives, so there's that. But before we get into this video, here's a quick word from today's sponsor. This video is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. Raid is a free-to-play, turn-based tactical RPG where you gather and summon champions to crush your enemies. And there are over 600 available champions. Feel free to use my links below in the description to download on Android and iOS or PC if you're adventurous. If you're invested in a champion, you can sacrifice fodder champions to make your main stronger and powerful and go even further beyond. Remember to do your campaign to level up and get gear. You have daily login rewards that benefit your progression. Join a clan to combine your power and battle against the various levels and bosses. Partake in the ongoing events. Face off against the Guardian of the Void Keep, Malak Kava, the once exiled Priest of Light and now the Master of Void Magic. He deals powerful poison attacks, so be sure to bring your shield buffs and strong healing to go up against this mighty foe. Challenge the entire raid community in PvP arenas, and with the new update coming in November, you get to participate in the Guardian Ring, which gives you new ways to use your champions, which includes upgrading and obtaining champions, and a whole new faction Guardian system. Personally, I enjoy the different and unique character designs that give you an epic vibe to your gameplay. Download it now. Click on the special links in the description. The rewards will be available only for the next 30 days. And if you're a new player, you will get an epic hero, Konura, who's amazing in the Doom Tower. 200k silver, 1 XP boost, 1 energy refill, plus 1 ancient shard to summon an awesome champion of your own. I'll catch you there. Alright guys, here we are at number 10, starting off with Vauban. Never really see Vauban in most top 10 videos, but we're different here. Trust me, if you want to cheese Steel Path, he's definitely one of them. Why? Because of his Bastille, it can CC enemies, hand strip their armor. After that, it's gonna suck them all up and they can't do anything about it. Let's not forget about his Flechette Orb, which deals crazy amounts of damage, scales with enemy level, and you can also boost it if you're running the Mutalisk Quanta, but we're not going to be doing that because we want to have flexibility with our builds. I did subsume Pillage just to give us shields back. This is able to strip armor and helps us refresh our shield gate because he doesn't need anything else except easier shield gate without spamming abilities. Taking a look at the builds. Speed holster in the aura. You can run whatever you want, doesn't really matter. But I like switching between my secondary and melee, since I'll be running the glaive, and using my primary weapon. Prime sure-footed, spending less time on your butt is a huge DPS increase. Equilibrium and flow for the energy income, since we'll be using our Panzerfull Philo with the Synth set, and Viral Quills. Weapons, I do use the Phantasma and the Glaive Prime. Epitaph is just there for priming. Build, you'll just replace this mod with Incendiary Coat. Epitaph for priming. Glaive, charge attack, boom, explode. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, by the way, enemies incapacitated by Vauban's 4 give you 25% bonus damage to your weapons. And on top of that, you can combine that with Overdriver. And Overdriver multiplies your total damage, including the passive. Dodge roll, cast pillage, get our shields back, easy peasy. Boom. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Just pay attention to his armor. Where is he? Bro, there he is. No armor. And now he's just gonna bleed to death. Easy, dude. Easy. Get out of here. Get out of here, dude. Hey, buddy. No. What happened? Hey, buddy. What happened? Oh, he just went poof. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that is Vauban. All right, here we are at number 9, taking a look at Zephyr. A lot of people underestimate this Warframe. I don't know why, but she's disgusting. Why? Because of 3 simple things. First of all, she can deflect every single projectile shot at her. That's with turbulence. And if you also use the augment, it increases your projectile flight speed, so you won't get that massive fall-off damage penalty. But her main source of damage conversion and damage scaling comes from her tornadoes. If you haven't seen my Zephyr video, I do explain this ability in detail there. Basically, keep it simple. Put enemies in tornado. Shoot tornado. Enemies go poof. Easy as that, right? And I did subsume Spectral Rage with the Augment Spectral Siphon to give me a lot of energy. And we'll be pairing that up with Equilibrium and Combat Discipline. And I'll show you why. And there are people who say, oh, why don't you just use a Dispensary? One, Dispensary scales up Power Strength. This doesn't. Also, Dispensary is slow. This isn't. Taking a look at the builds. Combat Discipline, rank 2. So what this does, kill enemy, deal damage to your health, while also healing allies. But that damage you take will trigger Arcane Avenger, because Arcane Avenger triggers on damage taken. This will give you bonus crits. So now, what actually heals us when we take damage? That's with Equilibrium. We're gonna be at full energy all the time, but also picking up energy orbs will convert it to health orbs if our health is low. Now for weapons, you can use whatever weapons you want. You can go with the Argonac and Dagger combo, which I showcased in the Zephyr video, or you can run the Convectrix and the Stropha. This will be used to kill acolytes. Of course, Panzer Vulpaphyla and Vazarin Focus School. Let's go show this off. Okay, simple. Summon tornadoes. Put Spectral Rage. Dragon enemies. And shoot into tornado. Dragon enemies. Dragon enemies. Shoot tornado. Pick up energy orb. Get healed. And also regen your energy. Simple as that. Dragon enemies, dragon enemies. Hold to cast. Recast Spectral Rage. Shoot, 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 shoot. And enemies go poof. There you go. Easy as that. You can also dragon enemies and use your Stropha to do crazy amounts of damage. Woo! Disgusting. Oh yeah, also I forgot to mention, you get bonus crit chance while midair. Jeez. Is that a 6 million damage? Oh, damn. Oh, this guy. Perfection. Yeah, that's the Acolyte, by the way. There you go, Zephyr. Did not underestimate this little girl. She's deadly. All right, here we are at number 8 with the actual real space ninja himself, Ash. He's all about invisibility, dealing more damage with bleeds and slash. Mostly people will mod him for his Seeking Shuriken to strip armor and do crazy amounts of damage straight to the health, but I decided to do something a bit different. I did subsume silence onto him using the Savage Silence, because our main source of damage is going to be coming from his Blade Storm. Blade Storm's damage scales from Power Strength, Combo Multiplier, and your base damage multiplier mods equipped on your melee weapon. Now the melee weapon I'm going to be using here is Venka Prime, because it reaches 13 times combo, which gives Ash's Blade Storm a 4 times base damage multiplier. Blade Storm is a pseudo exalted weapon, so faction mods do not work on it. The build is quite weird, as you can see. You have our base damage multiplier, 2 attack speed mods, the finisher animation caps out at 50% attack speed, but we're using this just for the combo count chance. Relentless combination, again, to build up combo faster. And 3 combo duration mods. Taking a look at the builds, we have Power Strength, Power Strength, Power Strength, Power Strength, and Savage Silence. And all this Power Strength is here to buff Blade Storm and the Savage Silence augment. Arcane Trickery is going to trigger a lot, giving us that invisibility, so we don't have to worry about too much when it comes to his smoke screen duration. Arcane Fury to give us more melee base damage. As you can see, we have Primary Dexterity for even more combo duration, and our primary weapon, you can use whatever you want. I just put this one. This is what I use for Acolytes usually, and the Dexterity Arcane. Look at that, 2 million damage. Hell yeah. Oh, that's some juicy damage numbers right there, isn't it? We're using Epitaph to proc all those viral stacks, and that also helps us increase our damage output on Blade Storm. Look at that, 2 million damage, 2 million damage. Oh, that's disgusting, isn't it? Whew. As you can see, crazy amounts of damage. All we're doing is pressing left mouse button, looking around while our 4 is up. Make sure our silence is up, and then releasing the 4, and just watch mayhem. Oh, there he is. All right, watch him go bye-bye. Bye, have a great time. Get out of here, dude. This is a brain dead build. That's Ash, ladies and gentlemen. We're not using Seeking Shuriken or anything like that. We're using his Blade Storm to kill enemies and deal crazy amounts of damage. All right, here we are at number 7 with Gauss. Yes, that's how you pronounce it, not Gauss. It's Gauss. He is speed, not faster than Volt or Titania, but he is really fast. He can get 100% damage reductions to heat, cold, blast, and the 3 IPS damage types. And that's all to do with his red line, which gives him more buffs with attack speed, reload speed, fire rate, and just has all of his other abilities become more potent. And he can get 100% armor strip with his Thermal Sunder, his third ability. Gauss is also one of those frames where I just don't like using a helmet on him because all of his abilities are so perfect and synergize really well with each other. Taking a look at the builds, enemy radar on the aura, rush for more sprint speed because why not? I have Avenger because I'll let him take damage, and plus he's not going to be taking that crazy amounts of damage because of his kinetic plating. Build him for range, decent amount of duration, and do not go under 100% of power strength. You don't even need any more power strength than that. Perfection. The build is very simple: damage crits, range crits, damage multiplier against the faction, and 2 times with DOTs. Our main DOT here is bleeds, thanks to all that slash. So as you can see, the more you move around with Gauss, you'll build up your red line meter. Using his first ability and colliding with enemies will help build it up even more. Casting your red line will have you go over that threshold and all the way up to 100%, making your other abilities more potent. Cast R2, activate R4. The more active you are, the more damage you deal with Gauss. So do not stand still. Heat, heat, heat. Pull them to you, and then one tap. They can also die before they even get to you as well. You can also switch to your Act Like Killing Brahma. Oh yeah, did I forget to mention that his kinetic plating also gives him CC immunity, so you do not get staggered or knocked down. Without it, for example, here you go. You get staggered. I know there's a certain Twitch streamer that despises Gauss's third ability, and he lives on silence. But, you know, to each their own, right? Gauss is definitely not for those Inaros mains out there because he requires you to press buttons. All right, here comes the Acolyte. Let's switch to that. All right, there goes the Acolyte. Bye, have a great time. Yes, look at that. Oh, yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Gauss. He is about speed and more speed and using your abilities. If you want to use a helmet on him, you can. But this is a non-helmet Gauss. That pretty much does it all. Here we are at number 6 with Saren. Now, Saren is the Toxin Queen with her Spores, Toxic Lash, Miasma. Spores, crazy corrosive damage, DOTs, can strip enemy armor up to 80%, synergize with her other abilities. Toxic Lash can triple dip in damage. Yes, can triple dip in damage. If you haven't seen my 2 Saren videos, do go check them out. But if you want to go with crazy amounts of toxin damage, do check out the toxicity. And if you want to see what this build is about, do go check out the Saren versus level 9,999. I did replace her 4th ability with Shooting Gallery, while also using the Augment Muzzle Flash for continuous blind and CC. Why did I not keep her Miasma? Because it doesn't scale that well compared to Toxic Lash and Spores. Spores craves high enemy levels. Taking a look at the builds, we have Brief Respite, Prime Sure-Footed. This will help us convert energy use to shields to help us refresh our shield gate. And yes, you can definitely use this without an Umbra Forma. I just have one. And for my weapons, I'll be using the primary Sporlacera Kit Gun variant. It has the Sporlacera, Tremor, and Splat. Build is Merciless Arcane, Pack Seeker, Headshot, Boom Boom, everything dies. Modded for Viral. I'll be running the Vastlock just for the Acolytes to fully strip them, so I can just 1 to 2 tap them with my primary weapon. There you go. Just crazy amounts of damage. Saren is a great enabler for damage. Woo! You can just see enemies dying left and right. Oh, there's Pack Seeker. Just went there randomly. Didn't hit anything. I don't know why. We're killing enemies way too quickly. Look at our life support. I need Acolyte. I just want to flex my damage. All right. Where's the acolyte? What the heck? There you go. He's dead. So, yeah, that is Saren. You can see the crazy amounts of damage she's dealing because she enables a lot of weapons. Here we are at number 5 with Valkyr. Trust me, if you want to one-shot things, then this is your girl. Valkyr has the highest base armor in the entire game, but guess what? We don't care about armor, we don't care about health, because you never need any of those. We'll be focusing more on her talents. Weirdly enough, there are claw melees, but they're called talons, and she's a cat. Hysteria is her main damaging ability. Become vulnerable and deal crazy amounts of damage. Unfortunately, it has low status chance, but we don't care about that. We'll be modding this for pure raw damage. We'll be using the Silence Helmet ability. This allows us to stun enemies, and when we go up against acolytes, we're able to disable their special abilities. So guess what? This tells Violence to please shut up, bro, and let me kill you. Simple as that. And of course, we're going to be using the Warcry Augment to maintain our attack speed. Build is very simple. We have decent amount of strength, decent amount of duration, low range because we don't want silence to be quite large. Usually you want 15 meters to base range, but this is also good because you're going to be close quarters melee all the time. Equilibrium to help with more energy income because we'll be pairing this up with our Panzervolpaphyla, equipped with the 2 synth mods, and of course the usual viral quills, Martyr Symbiosis. We have both of our guns equipped with primary dexterity. Why? Because of the combo duration. And we're using the orthos just for the gladiator mods. These are just going to give us red crits on our melee, which is really nice because we're going to be building up our combo on her talents. This is the build for the talents. A lot of damage, modded for corrosive, attack speed, and crit damage. As you can see, it's a very fast pace. You're going to be spinning like mad and dealing crazy amounts of damage. Dude, this damage, so good. Oh, all right, here comes the acolyte. Let's hope it's violence so we can get to show off how stupid. Aww. I wanted a bully. Yeah, there you go. That's the acolyte. All right, here we are at number 4 looking at Cora. Cora is your other crazy cat lady. She's all about crowd control and crazy amounts of damage with her first ability, which is a pseudo-exalted weapon that scales off your melee-equipped mods and combo multipliers. Remember, pseudo-exalted weapons are not affected by faction mods. If you haven't seen my Cora video, which I released, do go check that out. I explain a lot of things in detail, especially when it comes to stat stick. But TLDW, use whatever melee weapon you want, except combo pausing melee, so Zorus, Grigori, all that, because a stat stick is just a vessel that holds your mods to amplify the damage of your pseudo-exalted weapon. And yes, Rivens will factor in since they are mods. Riven disposition are the only things that will count when it comes to picking your weapon. Taking a look at the Cora builds, energy to shield conversion, spending less time on your butt, huge DPS increase. We will not mod for power strength because the base damage multiplier that you get from power strength is additive to accumulating whip claw. So there's no point because diminishing returns. That's why I ran with the augment and negative power strength. We went with more utility. You can replace fleeting or streamline, whichever one you want, if you want more duration, that is, because we're going to be getting a lot of energy from Spectro Siphon. And for utility weapons, I'm running with the Miter just to pop nullifier bubbles, with dexterity to give us that combo duration, and another utility weapon just for the combo duration. I do have a ribbon for my stat stick, but if you do watch the Cora video, it shows you many different ways how to mod without a ribbon. This is a flat damage build, corrosive, because we're also going to be fighting acolytes. So we want to deal as much damage as we can to them and not waste time. One spot. Ooh. Oh. 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 Oof. Oh my goodness. Oh. Let's see. Woo. Oh. Perfect. Both of them all together in one. Hey, buddy. Oof. Oh. 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 Evil. All right, here we are at number 3, looking at Wisp. Don't know what Wisp does. She is an incredible offensive support. With just one ability, you get energy regen, movement speed, attack speed, a CC. Wow, that's crazy, right? Her second ability turns you invisible, can also make you invulnerable, draws away enemy fire, and teleports you. Her third ability throws out bolts that blinds enemies, have them take more damage, provides you with stealth multiplier damage, and allows you to teleport to her first ability without any range restrictions. Her fourth ability sucks, so we always replace that. And we replaced her fourth ability with Eclipse. Now, Eclipse is a weapon damage multiplier, allowing us to deal crazy amounts of damage, especially if you pair this up with Breach Surge. If you guys have not seen my 2 billion damage Wisp build, do go check that out. Miter Epitaph, just for utility, primary and secondary dexterity for combo duration, nothing else. My main damaging weapon is going to be my Zaw. It is a Bala Zaw built from Bala, Peye, and Varjeet Tujai. I do have a Riven. Replace this with Gladiator Might. Simple as that. Boing. The build itself, refreshed by Prime Sure-Footed, Arcane Fury just for the raw damage, and Natural Talent is a must. This is a must on Wisp, trust me. Her moats, her Breach Surge, and her Will-O-Wisp will be so smooth. All right, let's take this into Steel Path. I forgot Breach Surge. Oh my god. And oh, I didn't put my Breach Surge there. But yeah. Oh my god. Oh, yes. Damn. Oh, unfortunately didn't one-shot her because I didn't hit her directly there. Oof. 2 billion. Oh. Bye, Vor. Here we are at number 2, and that is Baruch. Oh my god, I don't know what to say. He just destroys Steel Path. Baruch's all about his 2 fists that deal crazy amounts of damage. If you have not seen my ultimate 100% red crit Baruch build, do go check that out. We're going to be gathering up with Airburst. Airburst doesn't scale up duration, but range. Group up enemies, use your lull, and just destroy them. This will help you build up combo. Remember, just like Valkyr, he will get a 3.75 times damage multiplier when he builds up combo on his exalted weapon. Do not use combo pausing melees like Zorus, etc., because that will mess up your combo buildup on Desert Wind. Airburst is just that great utility. You can use silence if you want. The best alternative is silence. You don't need pillage or anything like that. So, 2 options, silence or airburst. Taking a look at the builds, Arcane Strike, absolute must. Attack speed is super important on Baruch. Do not put Arcane Fury. Attack speed is way more important. Duration at 13%. That negative duration is just there to help us recast lull as quickly as possible. Enemies affected by lull, if they're asleep, they cannot be affected by it again. So negative duration reduces the amount of times they spend sleeping and allows you to recast it to put them back to sleep so you can help erode faster. Looking at the Serene Storm build, damage and crits. Yes, if you don't have Umbral Forma, you could just go with Prime Pressure Point and Sacrificial Steel. Okay, Orthos. Here you can use any weapon, doesn't matter, but not combo pausing weapons. This is only here for the 3 Gladiator mods. That's about it. The rest don't matter. If you want to use this as a regular weapon, yeah, this helps. Do not build combo on this weapon and then switch to your 4. No, just have this there looking pretty. Build combo on your Desert Wind. Okay, good. And of course, we're going to be using dexterity, the usual, and Panzer Volpophyla looking pretty. Gather in enemies, press 2. See, we can cast it again. Just pay attention to our restraint meter. Amazing, right? There we go. We can start DPSing right away. Dragon enemies, press 2. Slide attacks will allow you to deal crazy amounts of damage. Some Shao gameplay right here with the plunge attacks. As you can see, we're building up combo and immediately getting into that red crit territory. Woo. Look at that. Juicy, juicy, juicy. Press 2. Erode our restraint. And this way we can be in our 4th ability forever, as long as we keep up with our 2 and get decent amount of energy. Woo! Say bye, guys. Okay, yeah, that's the acolyte, by the way. All that time just to get one-shotted. Please, just come earlier so I can humiliate you even more. All right, here we are at number 1, Revenant. You should have guessed. Why? Did you think it was going to be some Warframe that teabags for a living, or is nothing but health and gets one-shotted and turns into a coffin? Ouchie-wawa moment. Nope, it is the real, unkillable tank himself, Revenant. I did showcase this quite a lot, where I go into a 5-hour endurance run and 0 damage taken. That's Revenant for you. And that was before the helmet system. So yeah, here I did use a Roar just to give him that crazy damage multiplier. Since Roar's universal damage multiplier, it affects abilities and weapons, and is additive to your faction mods on your weapons, which will be great for bleeds, toxin, etc. Reeve just one-shots enemies if they're enthralled or if they're affected by viral. You don't have to enthrall enemies all the time, especially if you pair this up with Roar. And Mesmer Skin is what makes him unkillable. It's a crowd control ability and a tanking ability. Yes, you literally cannot die. That's Revenant. He is that frame where you can run any weapon you want and still use his abilities to one-shot enemies. His worst ability is his Dance Macabre, so we don't use that. We always subsume that off. Taking a look at the build. Growing power in the aura for that 25% increase, and we're gonna add that up with our other power strength mods. Natural talent, this makes his abilities casting so much smoother and faster. Rolling guard for that added survivability. When you cast your Mesmer Skin, you are vulnerable, and let's say you don't have your shields, you could get one-shotted. Vigilante pursuit, very useful to have enemy radar, because no point running prime sure-footed. It will be kind of niche if you're not paying attention to your 2. For the weapons, I decided to run my beautiful Kuva Chakur, and this is the loadout. Just a lot of damage crits. And Vastlock, since we're going to be running a viral damaging weapon, Vastlock allows us to strip armor on the acolyte and one-tap them. You can see Roar allows us to double dip with those bleeds. Beautiful damage. Rolling guard, recast our Mesmer Skin. Oh, look at that. With our Mesmer Skin active, they get stunned, and we get to cast our 1 for free. And they will infect other enemies and one-shot them. Look at that. They're enthralled. One-shots. You can also proc viral and one-shot them. And enthralled enemies who die will leave behind these geysers. Okay, these guys are enthralled. Let's go. Leave behind that geyser right there. Whew. Rolling guard, recast our Mesmer Skin. Proc growing power, recast Roar, and just go to town. Oh my god! And one-shot enemies. Cast 2, one-shot enemies. Beautiful, right? We got enthralled enemies? Nice. One-shot them. Enthralled, one-shot them. You do need to have 250% power strength to be able to take 100% of their health. Reeve also regenerates your shields and health, but we don't care about that. I also did forget to mention, reaving through enthralled enemies refreshes your Mesmer Skin charges. Yes. Shut up. I didn't have my Roar there. No! I could have one-tapped her. All right, folks, that has been it from this video. If you'd like to try these out, definitely do, because they will just destroy Steel Path. Anyway, if you've enjoyed this video, please feel free to leave a like, share, and subscribe. For more Warframe content, streams, and so much more, do refer to the description. Thanks for watching, and as always, peace. Shut up, Lotus.